just to point out, by the way, is that the 142 car started by Sammy Jackson and Frank Jackson is out there as well. Cousins to Mark Jackson, who sadly passed away after a couple of weeks after racing at Cadwell Park with the Classic Sports Car Club. They are out in the car, and obviously Neil Jackson is out as well in the 152 car. They've got a green 142, I believe, on that car just to commemorate, celebrate Mark Jackson, and the family told us absolutely happy to share that information. Not happy, but it's good message to share, because this is where they know he was very, very happy. So sympathies to the entire family, and a lovely touch that the family are out there still waving that flag. So off they go on their green flag lap. Marcus, a nice busy grid. Good afternoon to you, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, and it's always great to see the tin tops. They are just fabulous. They're great racing, and of course lots of them resonate with spectators on the banks, because it's cars that they've either owned, maybe still own, or even aspire to own. And I certainly aspire to own a Honda Integra, but Mrs. P is not so enthusiastic, I have to say.
I did not know you had a penchant for one of those.
I'll have the hots for a good Integra. and that sort of Leighton Housey one at the front would do it for me. I'd take it back, put it in my garage if I had one.
We've got pit stops to throw into this one now, Marcus.
We have, absolutely. And there's some penalties, are there not, for previous success. It's a success balanced in the form of you stay longer in the pit, so you work really hard to get a win, and then you pick up an extra imposition for the following, for the rest of the season. And there are a few, I think, to serve. I've got
our front row.
Somewhere.
Yeah, our front row have got both. Both of them have 86 and 1. They've both got 30 seconds worth. It's like the taxman, isn't it? Congratulations for doing so well with your business. Here's a corporation tax bill.
Exactly. Yeah, been there. And but what I think is interesting is that we've seen Danica Kassar make up a 2-minute penalty in the past. We don't have one of the regular front runners here, do we?
Andrew Windmill,
Andrew Windmill.
You're thinking of, yes, not present for some reason.
No, I saw him earlier in the season, going very, very well. Absolutely immaculate Honda Civic EP3. And it's really cool. But the battles between Danica Kassar in Nigel Ainge's car and Adam Brown have been legendary over the years. Adam Brown and Danica Kassar shared the other one later in the year, later in the day. They're 2 good 4.
They're already off, and Adam Brown's got the whole shot. He's into the lead, and he's taken the yellow 62 car of Colin Simpson with him. So at the moment, our pole sitter has dropped down, in fact, to 4th. I think that I couldn't quite catch which one's got up to
That's Nigel Ainge, isn't it, who's starting that Civic. He's actually at the Integra. He's actually about 6. He's 80 years old. He's 81 this month. And started racing back in about 1967 with the 1293 Cooper S, then stopped and has raced every year since he was 50. He was telling me this morning. So it's Adam Brown who steams through out front. In second place is Simpson, third is Fisher, fourth is Alfie Jones, Matthews is fifth, and Nigel Ainge is down in 7th place at the moment, with a whole train of cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them on his tail.
Yeah, there's so much going on. Julian Fisher, local racing driver here in the Hot Hatch Championship, and he is all over the back with that local knowledge of the second place Colin Simpson. He's determined to make that stick, and he's really loving it. It's just been such a great progress to go from track days to racing, and is doing an awesome job. And through goes Adam Brown comfortably in the lead. Then it's Simpson, Julian Fisher, the 36 car of Alfie Jones, all over the back of Fisher as well. In fact, he's going towards the inside at the Holly corner. He's got that one done. Is Julian Fisher going to come back at him? Not at the moment. He's tucked into the slipstream of that Alfie Jones car. Up over Avon Rise they go. Is he going to dive towards the inside again? We certainly had a look about it, and in fact it looks like Alfie Jones has gone up into second ahead of Simpson as well.
Yeah, Alfie Jones had a good podium at Silton. He is second, and the finish on this car is absolutely exemplary. It's beautifully painted, not wrapped, and it looks absolutely stunning close up. Alfie Jones then is in second place behind Brown. You've got Simpson, Fisher, Matthews, and behind them it's 318, which is Bethel. and still being gobbled up to the corner to corner is Nigel Ainge. He's got McDermott, I think, right with him at the moment in the 771, the MG ZR, and what he'll do, he'll run to the pit window and pop his superstar in, Danny Gassar, with the trump card, and let's see what happens at that point. But at the moment, out front, making hay, is Adam Pratt in Fives Garage.
Loads has been going on during that window there. Julian Fisher managed to get ahead of Simpson. Simpson's now back in fourth position in that yellow car. In fact, he's under huge pressure from the 318 car, Richard Bethel, as they went across the line. In fact, job done. Oh, we've got a yellow flag here because there's a car spun. I nearly didn't see that in the reflection of the window. Exiting Folly, let me just have a look. Side on across the circuit. That's very unusual. 46 by the looks of it, that has had a spin. So that's the John Ridgeon Honda Civic Type R, and it's not moving. There's another one on the grass, Marcus. That'll be why. There's obviously been a bit of contact on the exit of Folly.
So one is Ridgeon, is it?
Yes, it is. That's the 132. That's the Volvo.
Wow. Okay. And it's got a big crunch on the front. I'm looking on the stream now. Driver's absolutely fine, but there's a bit of a crunch, bit of fluid running across the circuit. And I don't know whether the Orange Army are going to get this one sorted.
There's the code 60, isn't there, that's run with
I think
the
they're about to get it out. There we go. It is. It's code 60 now, Marcus. Good pre-read on that one.
I was in the briefing this morning.
Oh, you see, you could have gone the whole day without telling us that, and we'd have thought you were just like godlike.
No. Fallible like the rest of us.
Thank you to Jamie Peters-Ennis is here. He's saying Adrian Matthews was slowing and Honda went to the back of it, so he's just caught out by the slowing car, sadly. So Adrian Matthews in the Volvo obviously had an issue with slowing and just caught that one car out. The big SC safety car flashing the yellow flag with the word safety car above it. The safety car board held by the marshals at the top of the famous Castle Combe Tower, and off goes the safety car with the field. So they'll be round presumably just the one tour. The safety car will exit stage left into the pit lane.
The clock is ticking,
as we suspected. Yeah, I mean it had to, didn't it, Marcus? Really. So we're blessed that they've given us still plenty of the fight to enjoy. I love seeing these Pumas out there, Marcus. It's a shame that it's not sort of had the traction that it deserves, really.
The race at Silverstone earlier in the year was absolutely fantastic. There were 5 of them, and they were nose to tail for a fair old proportion of the race. And I think the one at, I'm told the one at Cowboy Park, which I wasn't at, was even better populated. It's one of those things that it has some appeal, and when they come out, they are very closely matched.
It's a wonderful car. I tell you what, Marcus, I went past a quote-unquote Ford Capri yesterday, the new one. It's not a Capri. It's not even anything within my conscience. No, I just went past and felt absolutely offended. But there we go, that's just a Ford story that I experienced.
Bring back the 3-litre S, or the 2.8i.
Well, I've seen some lovely photos, presumably AI, where they put together sort of almost a concept version of what a new Capri would look like, and oh my word, it looks so good. But this boxy electric car called a Capri is like, no, that's the wrong name in every way.
You put one word in the sentence, it's just left me south of cold, and that's the electric bit.
Well, there is that, yeah.
The 2.8i is fantastic to run out models at the end. If they'd been equipped with effective brakes to cope with their acceleration and power, they'd have been rather good, but splendid things, good old limited slip diff.
I've been chatting to Mr. Hatt from Team Garoba, and he's enlightened me that the translated phrase is from Japanese.
Japanese, okay.
There we go. Right, safety car is in. Race pace is back. The green flag is waved. Adam Brown tries to reassert his dominance as quick as he possibly can. He knows that he needs to do this over a few of the drivers that are going to start catching him. They're whipping across that cement dust. I know it isn't cement dust anymore, but it's still the easiest thing to call it. Trying to sort of just disperse it somewhat. But Adam Brown, he's pulling away from the rest of the field already.
Yes, he is. Adam Brown leads. Alfie Jones is in second place in the orange Honda. Third is J.Fisher. Fourth is the car of Bethel. And then there's a little gap back. And we pick up the next of them coming through. That's a later model Honda Civic. That's the number 14 car, which is Steve Papworth. And behind him it is Simpson. They're all quite spread out in fairness. And I'm looking to see where Nigel Ames is up into 8th place. He expects, I think, and young Humphrey is up into 9th. Watch out, there's a Humphrey about. And then 771, McDermott up into 10th place.
Into the pits has actually come the 49 car of David Hutchings, and I can't believe that that's a legitimate pit stop at the moment.
It looks to be, because there's no hurried action around the number 49, and his crew check the tyre pressures, and we stand by the drive and the engine is still running, so that looks like it's scheduled.
Okay, and in fact we've got plenty more coming in now, and they are coming in thick and fast. The first of those is the yellow Peugeot number 62 of Colin Simpson. We'll hand that over to Steve Simpson. Also in has come the number 86 car. That is Ames, that is going to hand that over to Danny Cassar. That's going to be the key story here, Marcus, isn't it?
Yes, very much so. Watch for that white and turquoise Honda coming out. So Brown, Jones, Fisher, Bethel, Papworth. That's the top 5. And who is next? It's Bellamy is behind them. And behind Bellamy is McDermott in 771. Then it's Humphrey in 515. And then it's 64, which is these. And behind the 64 car, 810 Baker, 37 round is 110 Cotgrove in the leading Puma. Jackson, full change, and the car of Glover.
Understandably, the lead cars that are all single driver, they're carrying on at the moment. They don't need to come in. These ones that are coming in are predominantly ones that are going to be changing over. The exception to that is the 45 car of Alan Wilshire, the red Fiesta is coming in. They've just decided now's the time, but the ones that are in, there's a logic to it. Also coming in is Stephen Routledge, I think, the 37 Fiesta. But at the moment, Adam Brown is just holding us all. Of course, the bad news for the 86 car, Marcus, is that it's there for a lot longer than the rest of the cars that came in, yes, with its success penalty.
Second lap plus 30. Adam Brown, our race leader, of course, has the same.
More coming in. There's Puma making its way in. That's the green one of Sammy Jackson. Frank Jackson will take that one up. That was the one we were talking about earlier, where we sadly lost Mark Jackson after the Cadwell Park round. So Adam Brown goes through with Alfie Jones, number 36, sat there in second. Great first part of the race here for Alfie Jones. Started in 6th place, running in second in that black and the luminous orange Honda Civic up over Avon Rise. And it now means, in fact, coming round by you, Danny Cassar and Adam Brown are together, but on different laps.
Yes, I shall watch for that. Yes, it's... Cassar looking for a way around. He looks up the inside of the edge, looks to the outside, goes in a bit too deep, comes out compromised, but he's of course got cold tyres, which don't help, and he comes out over the curbs on the exit of Old Paddock, and very, very happy just to sit there and just sort of cause a bit of angst for the race leader, who's yet to stop. Sowing that seed of doubt in Adam Brown's mind.
Which to me sort of almost says Adam's best thing to do now is just dive for the pits.
Yes.
He doesn't need to be sat there. We can see on the stream he's just being hounded like mad by Danny Cassar. Other than the fact that race is gun race, Let's have a look. No, he's carrying on at the moment, so he's kind of knowing Adam. He's probably there with a huge smile, almost chuckling in that car. But Danny Cassar's now diving towards the inside of Folly. They're getting past a back marker on the start-finish straight. Through goes Danny Cassar, and then he just sort of like tips himself in front of the Fiesta and just sort of makes sure that it was unsettled. Those two have raced together so many times that it'll be great fun. In has come the 36 car of Alfie Jones, so that's the second place car into the pits as well.
That's at 5 laps, yeah?
Correct, yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I missed that Julian Fisher, number 20, and Patworth in number 14, they pitted from high up in this battle. They're now back out onto the circuit as well.
So they went last time round, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's Adam Brown.
He's still battling, isn't he?
Chasing down Cassar, thinking, okay, if nothing else, then we'll sit there and get some good lap times in. In fact, that time round was a 1:15.94, about half a second away from his own fastest lap.
That was Chris coming in, but he's been zapped by the speaker.
I'm in the wrong place. If I try and put my back to the speaker, we'll hopefully get around the particular rock. I've got Sammy Jackson, who's just got out of the 142. How's it running, Sammy?
It's going good. Obviously, with the safety car on that, it was a nice restart. Had a little bit of a battle, which I haven't had before. So obviously, my second race on track, so it was fun to throw some moves, and I loved it out there.
It's been somewhat of an emotional time for family Jackson, as we said. So again, our condolences for the loss of Mark. So you've had your kind of first race, and it was explained to me by your family that was very emotional. So again, you're doing well on the car in Mark's memory.
It was only fitting that we just keep it running. It was I said it before, but it was his pride and joy. So there's no harm in keeping it running. See what we can do, get better and better, and run it for him.
And he's giving you the weather for it. Great stuff. Thanks for speaking to us, Sammy. Back up to you, Chris and Marcus.
Yeah, and in fact, just in front of you, Chris Buxton, you will see that our race leader is in, and so Adam Brown is in. They've got the bonnet up, but I'm hopeful that is just as they're in, just checking levels, making sure that everything is okay. They're being very thorough with this one. They too have this 30-second success penalty to serve, so it's going to feel like an absolute eternity for them as well. Through goes Danny Cassar. What does that put him running at the moment? We've still got a lot to wash through yet, haven't we, Marcus?
Yeah, Cockgrove, who was leading the Pumas, he's dropped back now. Has he made a stop? Let's have a look. Yes, he has.
He's in now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that 110 car of Gareth Cockgrove, the blue Pumas, just trundled into the pit lane now. Also in has come the 318 car. That was the car that picked up the lead of Bethel, Richard Bethel, in the black Clio. So they're all serving their stops, and as we get the last ones done and they do a lap, we'll then be able to work out who's where.
Fastest lap, have a guess. D. Cassar, yeah, 1:14.284. Now in 20th place.
Very impressive. Up into second place goes the 16-year-old in the 515 car, Jake Humphrey.
And pulling off is 37. Oh yeah, that's Routledge. Unfortunately, out of the race.
That is a shame. Where did that car start? That's the Fiesta, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it started on the 11th row. Yeah, that's a shame. It's his second race of the day already. They do like getting their money's worth out of their cars, don't they?
Just want it out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Humphrey is now second, but has yet to stop, of course.
Adam Brown's just gone past in front of you, I see, through the yellow flag zones of that.
We're actually going to have a Puma actually running second. Robert Yellow's here covering the situation with the Routledge car. Stephen Routledge just walking across to the marshals and just chat to them behind the barrier.
I had a chat with Team Brown on why they were going under the bonnet. Water temperature gauge was showing very high, but it seems to be the sensor that's the key is. The water temperature and water levels are all fine, so all is well in the number 1 Fiesta.
Fantastic. The car that was moving up through the order with not pitting, 515, the 16-year-old Jake Humphrey, he's now into the pits. So in fact, he had picked up
from the lead.
Yeah, he just picked it
So the last 3 times through, the leader was stopped. So there's Alfie Jones screaming past in the orange in V3. But here's a good battle. They've got Bethel in 318, 14 is Papworth, and 20 is Fisher, and they're running together. So watch those 3 as they make their way up the order.
And interestingly, just sort of seeing what the gap is between Adam Brown, who's just coming past you now, your commentary box there on the stream. I just waved at you then, Marcus. And Danny Cassar has probably just exited from Quarry Corner at that point. So it's kind of that stretch that separates them.
We've got a new leader. It's the Team Garova Puma, the yellow Puma, which is rounding Quarry, coming up towards the S's. That's John Glover, because Humphrey's pitted. And Garova car is leading this race, albeit one of only, I think, 3 cars yet to stop. Glover and the Scott, number 99. That's yet to come in. That's Josh Scott, hello to Ben, the Clio. And the other car that stopped is the Clayton's 76.
That's just coming in now, I think.
I've accosted another driver to come and speak to me. I've got a long-time racer, Nigel Ainge. How's the car running, Nigel?
The car's going good, the driver's not.
But it's fair to say that you're still loving racing in your 80s.
Yes, that's true. I still enjoy it. And I think a bit more time would have got a bit better today. Straight off out the back, I wasn't very good today.
Bless you. Now, Marcus was actually saying he wouldn't mind a go in Integra, so maybe you two should share the car.
Well, I could let him have a go, I suppose, couldn't I?
I'm trying, Marcus, I'm trying. So, you obviously run the 2 Honda Integras. You've got the 2.4-litre car in New Millennium as well. You were saying that you were kind of toying with some experiments you were thinking of.
I'm thinking of experimenting with another Integra, yeah. Making a lightweight super duper 2-litre one.
Well, there you go. So there you go. Put Marcus behind that one and let's see how we get on.
I'm going with Nigel, the perfect.
Yeah, there you go. Sharing with you.
Total age 147.
So back to this blue car, yeah. We've got 1 or 2 things we want to try in the next 2 or 3 weeks before we go to Brambles. I've got the original engine coming back for it next week, I hope. So it's a little bit more punchy than this one.
Because you clearly need more power in it. Lovely to talk to you, Nigel. Thank you very much for your time. Back up to you, Chris and Marcus.
Love it. I love the using the phrase super duper. Not used enough, that one. So we're just trying to catch up as we've still got a couple of cars. The 2 Pumas, 1 Puma and the 99 car yet to stop. They are leading the way, but I think at the moment it means that Alfie Jones, number 36, is just about to come round Camp Corner, the Dayglow orange and black car. But I did think after that pit stop is that it's got even more energy coming out.
It does sound very rosy, doesn't it?
It does, and it looked it coming through Camp Corner. I was like, goodness me, they've given him a bottle of something in his
He was on the podium at Silverstone when I was working earlier in the season. Immaculately turned out car, that.
So the last 2 are now pit stopping. So the yellow 196 Glover Clio is in and out of the lead. Just wanted to have the glory of leading for a little while. So it will mean that Alfie Jones 36 leads from the 318 Clio of Richard Bethel. Then it's Julian Fisher, the local boy, who's also leading Class C. Papworth, number 14, in that dark blue Honda Civic. In what will be in 4th position, ahead of the 62 car, I think it is. Will be Steve Simpson, now in that yellow Peugeot 206. And then it's Dan Brown, McDermott in the MGZR, as he always is, and then Danny Cassar in the number 86 Integra. But we've still got 15 minutes for the likes of Brown and Cassar to try and pull their way back through it, and that's what these success penalties are all about, Marcus, aren't they? To give us this entertainment value.
It is indeed, and you can see this stagger beginning to wear off, but it'll take a while. But they're the quickest guys on the track. Cassar now down to a 1:14.141 on lap 10.
Tell you what, the Simpson car is flying as well. That yellow Peugeot 206 just side past a pair of the back markers, and it's no wonder he wants to, because he is being closed very rapidly on by the number 1 Fiesta. They're just making their way up. Over Avon Rise is the yellow Peugeot 206, then Adam Brown in the white Fiesta with the blue stripes. It's just getting past the back marker, so we're going to be dished up with a variety of battles up and down through this field.
Yeah, look at Fisher go. I mean, he's running third. Jones, Bethel, Fisher, the top 3 now, and Jones in the 15s, Bethel and Fisher in the 16s, Atworth in the 17s at best. Brown is now up into 6th place in the number 1 Ford Fiesta, the 5 garage car, and then 86 Cassar behind him is 9.3 seconds adrift at the moment of Adam Brown, though he's sharing the second of the Autos Hondas later in the day.
So Alfie Jones is already up and over Avon Rise. That is our race leader. Bethel 318, the black car with the day-glow yellow flashes, 318 in second place. There goes Julian Fisher with Papworth all over the back of him. So there's a battle for third place outright, being closed in dramatically by the yellow Peugeot 206. They're just going up over Avon Rise now. On the stream we're looking at our race leader Alfie Jones, but about to come towards you is third, fourth, small gap, and then the yellow 5th place car.
Yeah, so it's Alfie Jones who cuts inside the 142 Jackson Puma here at Old Paddock. Bethel's slowing dramatically. I think he's definitely in trouble. So that's such a shame, and that's going to put Fisher and Papworth and Simpson on that far apart, and going hard after them is Adam Brown as Danny Cassar works his way through the next couple of Pumas. That's the 110, which is Cotgrove, second in that class at the moment, who is now ahead of John Glover. So that's been a change on lap 12. Glover led Cotgrove by a fifth of a second at the end of the lap.
It's a huge shame, so that means it's now the second place car that's coming in. And Papworth, no, not slowing, he's just been passed by Simpson. So I saw that he'd fallen away from the back of the Julian Fisher car. The white Fiesta with the orange checks and stripes crosses the line now in second place, car number 20. Simpson is absolutely flying though, and he's going to be right up onto the back of that car any moment now. In fact, up over Avon Rise, I can see he's close. I don't think he's close enough to make the move there, surely not. No, he isn't. Round Quarry Corner he goes, but he's going to be on the power down towards you and could make a move at the S's.
Yeah, there's Jones, and let's have a look who is next through. We've got Fisher and Simpson together, then Papworth, and behind Papworth is Adam Brown going well in that 5's garage Fiesta, which he drives beautifully, and it's absolutely on the limit through Old Paddock, and it needs to be, because also on the limit, hopping the inside curve, is Danny Cassar, but he seems to run out of revs. Maybe he hits a rev limiter somewhere down the back. It suddenly seems to sort of just stutter a little bit, and but he's not losing any time. He's just running out of revs, I think.
I've again managed to doorstep another driver, one of our new entrants to the club this year. I've got Josh Scott that's joining me now, nephew of Ben, who's currently got the car. How's the car running?
Well, not very great, because we had to bump start it 3 times and it only just went on the end. So, not great, a bit warm.
It's, when it is running, it looks like you're sort of, really getting the grips with it. We see the novice cross on the back. So, how are you finding your introduction to motorsport with the CSCC?
Pretty good. Everyone here's really been they've been great, loving it. What was the question again, sorry?
No, your answer was absolutely fine. So you've had a couple of races with this, so you're really getting the grips with everything. How long have you had the car for?
I think we've only had it about 6 months. So it was when this started. Well, we just thought this would be great to come and, because we watched it, so we thought it would be great to come and give it a shot. So we did. We're just trying to do it as cheaply as possible. That's probably why we're at the bottom, but that's oh well. So yeah, quite enjoying it, really enjoying it. So yeah.
Brilliant stuff, and we welcome you along to the CSCC race. Thank you very much for your time, Josh. We'll let you go back to watching trackside. Thank you very much. Back up to you, Chris and Marcus.
Yeah, I think, Marcus, we're getting a few that have got penalties pending, which we often see, don't we, sadly, where they'll have gone a bit short on the car, Papworth, that sat running in 5th place. Oh, and he's just run very wide here at Camp Corner, which means he's going to be pounced on by Danny Cassar. Through goes Danny Cassar. That's going to put him up into 5th position. His next target is Adam Brown, but yeah, that Civic has got a penalty pending of about 30 seconds.
Okay, here's Alfie Jones then, screaming through in the orange Honda number 36. He is in the Civic EP3 and he's down through Tower Corner on his way to
Bobby's. Fisher, I just noticed.
Yeah, Simpson in that left hooker, Peugeot, now past Fisher, and Fisher coming under pressure from Adam Brown, but all the while that Integra is getting bigger in Adam Brown's wing mirrors and rear view mirror. We still have 8 3/4 minutes to go. I think Danny Cassar, with some use of some Laffery, will reel Adam Brown in.
It's great to see how this works. On the stream, we're looking in one eye shot. We've got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all in a line there. They're coming across the line to me now, and in fact 6th as well, because down to 6th has gone Papworth, and he was still in the background there. Those 4 on the way. But the lead is just under 17 seconds, and they're just not lapping quick enough to be able to make that up before the end, Marcus.
At the moment, I would say that Alfie Jones is looking very strong for this one. He's just gone hurtling through.
We got the challenge coming towards you now.
Simpson's at the S's, he's in 2nd. Fisher's just got there, and Cassar's come up the inside of Adam Brown, snatched the place away, and they go through. Simpson in the 62 Peugeot, Fisher, Cassar, Brown, and Brown tucks into the slipstream of Fisher, trying to go round the outside of Cassar, tries to go around the outside of Fisher, down into Tower. Cassar up the inside, he's made it through, and Adam Brown follows suit.
Yeah, nicely done by both of those, and nicely done by Julian Fisher. I think it was, he knew full well that there was a bit of a David and Goliath there, and it wasn't worth getting himself in any kind of trouble. He's still leading the B1 class. Sadly, into the pits has come the 99 car with a bit of an issue by the looks of it. But Jones through in the lead, 17 laps completed, just over 7 minutes left to go. The margin is down to less than 16 seconds, but it's really now. Danny Cassar is Class A. Adam Brown, let's not forget, we always talk about the battle between Brown and Cassar. They're in different classes. So Adam Brown's in Class, what's he in Class C, and he's leading the way there by getting past Fisher.
Yeah, that's right, there's our leader through, and car looks very, very planted. his 18th lap now. Simpson still holds on. He goes round Jake Humphrey, but he's going to be gobbled up by Cassar any moment, probably on the exit of Bobby's, I would think.
Let's have a look as they come back into my view. Not yet, so Simpson's still got it, but I feel that is there a challenge coming in camp? He may just be a bit too far back, Danny Cassar, and he doesn't need to do it just yet. No, he's closed right in, so he's going to get on the power. He's been able to take the full speed through the apex. Oh, last lap board's gone out, Marcus, so it might say 6 minutes, but the last lap board is now gone out.
Changes the complexion of the race.
Number 99 has been in again, so the crew scrambled around it. It sounded fine as it was coming to rest. They were a tad light on fuel, but that was of course before the last lap board was shown.
So Jones now working lap 19. He's well clear. Cassar is now second, and he has gone through on the inside of Simpson at the S's. And Simpson's come back at him on the... They're side by side, they're abreast into Tower, but Simpson didn't give up lightly there. He came back at Cassar.
Well, here comes our race leader. He's going to come through, he's going to take the checkered flag. So there we go, fist out the window. He definitely saw that checkered flag as he went across the line. Great win there from Alfie Jones, number 36. Here comes Danny Cassar. Sar. Brilliant job from the 86 car, and he comes through, takes second place overall and in Class A, because same class as Alfie Jones. Third and winning Class B1 is the 62 car of the Simpsons. Fourth, car number 1 and winner of Class C is Adam Brown, just ahead of Julian Fisher, car number 20, which gives him runner-up in Class C as well. Papworth, with the penalty presumably applied now, still comes home in 6th place. And it'll then be the Class E winner, 98.
Bellamy's over this side of the circuit.
Got you. Okay. That will be the win in Class E when he brings that one round then. So, yeah, it should put pay to that penalty anyway.
McDermott's dropped down with his penalty, hasn't he?
Yes, and he's just come across the line.
Back in.
Yeah, he's taken a checkered flag, and it will drop down once Bellamy and Hutchins presumably take the checkered flag. But a great victory from Alfie Jones, and especially after the pit stop, it just looked and sounded incredibly quick. He knew what was on the cards. So through there goes Bellamy, the 98 car. That jumps him up into 7th place and winning at Class E. 8th is number 49, Hutchins. 771 McDermott comes home 9th after the penalty, which still gives him the Class D victory. Jake Humphrey, the 16-year-old, 10th on the road in 515, a victory in Class B2. 11th is number 45, Wilshire. 810, Baker. 64 Vice, then the winner of the Puma Cup race comes up in 14th. That's the 110 car of Gareth Cockgrove. That's the blue car, just one place ahead of the second place in the Puma Cup, which is Glover in the 196 car, which is the bright yellow vehicle. Just to round out the third in the Puma Cup was car number 152, Jackson and Full James as well. Winner of Class F is the number 59 car of Rollison. So that is their race done and dusted there for us at this stage. I will take you through the grid for the next race before giving Chris time to grab any interviews he's able to get. It will be the Fox Transport Turbo Tin Tops, and the grid will be as follows.